You might think that aging gracefully is all about staying active and keeping a positive mindset, but what if I told you that certain unnoticed habits could be quietly aging you in ways you never realized? Most people believe that looking and feeling youthful is simply about diet, exercise, and attitude. But the truth is, there are subtle behaviors that make you appear older, habits that others see but never say a word about. The good news? These small, everyday patterns can be changed easily once you recognize them. Today, we're uncovering 6 surprising habits that shape how the world sees you. Some of them might shock you. Some might even make you rethink the way you present yourself. But by the end, you'll have the key to transforming how others perceive you, and more importantly, how you feel about yourself. Let's dive in. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. 1. Letting personal grooming slide. Imagine a once thriving garden, now tangled with weeds and overgrown grass because no one took the time to maintain it. This is what happens when personal grooming starts to slip. It's easy to ignore, but it makes a big difference in how we feel and how others see us. Grooming isn't just about vanity, it's a form of self-respect. Yet, as we age, it can become tempting to let these little habits slide. Maybe you stop trimming your nails as often, forget to comb your hair, or choose the same worn-out clothes every day. People may notice, but out of politeness, they likely won't say a thing. Take Walter, for example. At 82, he had always been known as the best-dressed man on his block. Neighbors admired his neat hair, well-fitted clothes, and polished shoes. But over time, things changed. He let his hair grow unruly, stopped grooming his bushy eyebrows, and wore the same faded shirt for days on end. His family noticed, and his neighbors noticed, but no one said a word. Then, one morning, Walter caught a glimpse of himself in the mirror and was taken aback. Who was this tired-looking man staring back at him? That moment sparked something inside him. He grabbed his razor, trimmed his hair, and swapped his old shirt for a crisp, clean one. The transformation wasn't just physical. He stood taller, walked with more confidence, and even started getting more smiles from those around him. Science supports this idea. A study published in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology found that people who feel well-groomed tend to project more energy, confidence, and positivity. The truth is that small acts of self-care can have a big impact. A little moisturizer can keep skin looking fresh, a quick trim can make you feel polished and clean, and well-fitted clothes can boost self-esteem. So, ask yourself, are you paying enough attention to the small details? Could a simple change help you feel more vibrant and confident? Sometimes, the smallest adjustments lead to the biggest transformations. 2. Talking too loudly or interrupting. Picture an orchestra playing in perfect harmony, until one instrument suddenly blares louder than the rest, throwing off the entire melody. That's what happens when we unknowingly speak too loudly or frequently interrupt during conversations. It's rarely intentional. Often, it's linked to gradual hearing loss, which affects over 30% of adults over 65, according to the National Institute on Deafness. Yet, while we might not notice it ourselves, those around us certainly do. The catch? Most people are too polite to say anything. Take George, for instance. At 77, he was the life of every gathering. A true social butterfly, he loved nothing more than swapping stories with friends and family. But over the years, something changed. His voice became noticeably louder, and he started cutting people off mid-sentence without realizing it. His kids noticed. His buddies noticed. Yet no one wanted to embarrass him. Then, at a dinner party, George saw something he hadn't before. People subtly leaning back when he spoke, their expressions shifting. That moment hit him hard. It was a wake-up call. Determined to change, he booked a hearing test and made a conscious effort to adjust his tone and timing. The result? Conversations felt smoother, people engaged with him more, and he no longer felt like he was pushing others away. The good news is that the fix is simple but powerful. Pay attention to how people respond when you speak. Do they lean back, shift uncomfortably, or struggle to get a word in? A quick hearing check might reveal a hidden issue, and practicing mindful conversation, pausing, listening, and adjusting the volume, can make a world of difference. When was the last time you checked how your voice landed in a room? A small tweak can turn every interaction into a warm duet rather than a solo shouting match. Curious about the next common habit? It's a sneaky one. Keep going. 3. Wearing outdated or ill-fitting clothes. Clothes are like a book cover. They give others a glimpse of the story inside. But what happens when that cover no longer matches the pages? When outfits become worn out, stretched, or outdated, they can send the wrong message. Many older adults hold on to clothes from decades past, not out of nostalgia, but because they're comfortable and familiar. While that's understandable, ill-fitting and outdated clothing can subtly affect confidence and how others perceive us. People may notice, but out of kindness, they often won't say a word. Take Harold, for example. In his younger years, he had an effortless sense of style, always dressed in sharp, well-coordinated outfits. But as time passed, he slipped into baggy, shapeless clothes, sweaters that sagged, pants that hung loosely, and shoes that had long lost their polish. His family noticed, his friends noticed, yet no one spoke up. Then, one day, Harold tried on a fitted button-up shirt and sleek trousers. The transformation was immediate. His posture straightened, he walked with newfound confidence, and the compliments started flowing. For the first time in years, he felt like himself again. Science backs this up. According to Psychology Today, well-fitted clothes signal energy, self-respect, and engagement with life, while sloppy or outdated attire can give the impression of disengagement. It's not about chasing trends or revamping your entire wardrobe. The key is choosing a few well-fitting, flattering pieces that reflect the person you are today. A structured jacket can instantly elevate an outfit, a polished pair of shoes can add a touch of sophistication, and a modern yet comfortable shirt can breathe new life into your look. So, take a moment to look in your closet. Do your clothes still reflect the vibrant, evolving person you are, or are they stuck in the past? A small wardrobe update can have a bigger impact than you think. And if you're curious about more subtle habits that shape perception, keep reading. There's more ahead that might surprise you. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. 4. Complaining or criticizing too much. Words are like seeds. Scatter too many thorny ones, and soon, people stop wanting to visit your garden. It's natural to vent about life's little annoyances, aching joints, confusing new technology, or the way the world seems to be changing too fast. But when complaints become the default conversation, they can drain the energy from a room. People might not say anything, but they feel it. And over time, they start keeping their distance. Take Roger, a 75-year-old who always had something to say. At first, his comments were light-hearted, nostalgic musings about how things used to be. But gradually, his words took a different tone. Conversations turned into gripe sessions about lazy young people, impersonal technology, and how no one had time for real conversations anymore. His family adored him, yet they started finding excuses to cut visits short, bracing themselves for another round of complaints. Then, at a family dinner, his grandson, who had always been close to him, suddenly asked, "Grandpa, do you like anything anymore?" The question hit hard. Roger realized that his habit of criticizing had slowly pushed people away. Determined to change, he made a simple shift. For every negative thought, he found something positive to balance it. Instead of lamenting the good old days, he asked about new things worth exploring. Instead of rolling his eyes at a grandchild's new gadget, he asked how it worked. The effect was immediate. Conversations felt lighter, people lingered longer, and his family once again sought out his company. Research from the American Psychological Association confirms that constant negativity biases conversations, making people feel drained and disengaged. The fix? Catch yourself mid-complaint. Instead of saying, "Everything's going downhill," try, "Things have changed. What's something new I can appreciate?" A small shift in language can make a big difference. So, how often do your words lift the mood or weigh it down? A sprinkle of positivity can turn your conversations into a magnet, drawing people in rather than pushing them away. And trust me, the next habit? It's a subtle one, but a real game changer. 5. Ignoring posture and body language. Think of your body as a billboard. It's constantly sending messages, whether you realize it or not. Slouching, shuffling steps, or crossed arms may seem minor, but they quietly signal fragile, closed off, or tired to those around you. Even if people don't mention it, they notice. And their subtle reactions can shape how you're treated. Take Anna, for example. At 83, she had always been a vibrant, independent woman. But over time, her shoulders began to round forward, her steps became smaller, and she unconsciously looked down more often than up. She didn't think much of it, until she started getting treated differently. Strangers rushed to assist her when she didn't need help, and her children spoke to her in a softer, almost patronizing tone. It frustrated her. One day, she made a conscious effort to stand taller, walk with intention, and meet people's eyes. The difference was striking. People responded to her as an equal again, not as someone fragile who needed looking after. Science backs this up. A Journal of Gerontology study found that upright posture directly correlates with how youthful and confident someone appears. Slumped shoulders and hesitant steps can add years to your perceived age, while a strong, open stance projects energy and self-assurance. The fix is simple yet powerful. Imagine a string gently pulling you up from the top of your head, naturally aligning your spine and easing your shoulders back. When you walk, lift your feet fully rather than shuffling. When engaging in conversation, keep your chest open rather than folding into yourself. Small changes, big impact. So, how do you carry yourself in a crowd? Do you move with quiet confidence, or do you unconsciously shrink away? A minor shift in body language can completely flip how others see you, and how you see yourself. And now, the final habit is coming up. It's a big one, and it might just surprise you. Stay with me. 6. Bad breath or body odor. Here's a delicate truth. Smells speak louder than words. Whether it's breath or body odor, people notice, long before they ever mention it. The tricky part? As we age, our sense of smell naturally dulls. According to the National Institutes of Health, 25% of people over 75 experience some level of olfactory decline, meaning they may not realize when something is off. Add in medications, changes in diet, or simple dehydration, and even the most well-kept person can unknowingly develop an issue. Frank, 78, was known for his charisma, always at the center of conversations, the first to crack a joke. But over time, something shifted. He began noticing people stepping back during chats, subtly turning their heads away. No one said anything, but the distance was there. Determined to figure it out, Frank made a few changes. He increased his water intake, chewed sugar-free gum to combat dry mouth, and switched to a long-lasting deodorant. Almost immediately, interactions felt warm again. People leaned in rather than away, and his old social spark returned. Bad breath, often caused by dry mouth, becomes more common with age as saliva production decreases. Body odor, too, can shift due to metabolism changes, medication side effects, or even fabric choices trapping sweat. But the fixes are easy. Stay hydrated. Sip water throughout the day to keep your mouth fresh. Chew gum or suck on sugar-free mints to boost saliva and reduce dryness. Use breathable fabrics like cotton to prevent sweat buildup. Refresh daily, including your clothes. Sometimes, the odor lingers in fabrics more than we realize. Now, take a moment. What's your current routine? Could a small tweak bring people closer rather than subtly pushing them away? By the end of this journey, you'll see how these 6 habits connect, and the simple shifts that can help you feel and appear more vibrant than ever. Let's tie it all together. So, there you have it, 6 sneaky habits that can quietly shape how others see and interact with you. From personal grooming to posture, conversation style, and even body language, small changes can make a world of difference in how you feel and how others respond to you. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll start putting into practice? Maybe it's standing taller, refreshing your wardrobe, or being more mindful of how you speak in conversations. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single one. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us bring more wisdom and valuable insights your way. See you in the next video.